Hi, I'm Melissa, a volunteer with BMSG and a mother to 3. I first returned back to work as a breastfeeding mom 6 years ago when my firstborn turned 12 weeks old.
Hi everyone, I'm Atika. I'm a mom of 3. I'm also a working mom. So I've gone through 3 rounds of pumping while I'm in office.
Hi everyone, I'm Nabila. I'm a breastfeeding counselor with the BMSG. I used to be a working mom. I'm still a working mom, but I'm no longer breastfeeding. But back then, about 5 to 6 years ago, I used to teach in a secondary school, and I was breastfeeding my first 2 boys.
Hi everyone, my name is Aina. I'm a mother of 2. Like many of you here, I'm a working mom. I pumped at work when I was breastfeeding my daughter, and when I go back to work in about a month's time, I'll be pumping at work so that I can continue to breastfeed my son.
Hi, I'm Siwan. So I pumped while working for about 15 months.
Hi everyone, I'm Tina Straw from BMSG Counselors. I hope I'm able to help you to pump on the go anytime, anywhere, so that you know that pumping is easy and not feel overwhelmed at all.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 kids, but I used to be a working mom.
For both my children, I had to go back to work when my maternity leave ended at 4 months.
Mommy brain does happen, and no matter how organized you are, there will always be this one particular day that everything does not go according to plan, and that is okay.
When my firstborn turned 12 weeks old. Needless to say, it was a little bit of an emotional experience. But I do have a tip to make the transition a little bit easier. Prior to going back to work, have a discussion with your employer. You can request a dedicated private space to pump, potentially dedicated space within your office refrigerator for your breast milk, and then also scheduled intervals throughout the day to pump. Lastly, I'd say instead of going back to work on a Monday, perhaps you could try to go back to work on a Wednesday or Thursday to make the transition into the new routine a little bit easier for you and your baby. Happy World Breastfeeding Week!
Yeah, so as a working mom, you do want to find ways to make to be efficient, to make sure that you can cut short the process, and you can get everything done quickly so that you don't really take time away from work. So what I find works for us is that so hubby realized that I take a longer time to get ready in the morning. I mean, like, wear my clothes, wear my tudung and all that. So he actually offered to wash and sterilize my pump pads every morning. So every morning, it'll be ready, and he will just hand it over to me like this, already in the box, and I just have to put inside my bag, and off we go to work. Yeah, so do tap on or outsource to other people to do all this washing and cleaning for you, and you realize that actually it is bearable to pump while in the office.
I can totally understand how, there's a lot of anxiety about going back to work. But one of the tips that I've really come to appreciate is the fact that I don't actually have to wash my pump pads every time after I use it at work, which was a great discovery for me because, I always worried about trying to find a time to pump and wash and clean the pumps and set them up again for the next pumping session. So actually a good hack that I learned was that once I'm done with pumping, I need to keep the milk in the bottles or transfer them to a milk bag, and the parts of the pump that I need again for the next feed, I'll just put it in a Ziploc bag and store it in the fridge in the pantry in my workplace, and then just take it out again for the next session, and that's it. I pump about 3 times at work, and after that I just bring everything back home and just give it one good wash at night. Yep, that's about it.
When we pump at work, we have to bring along the parts and accessories. And sometimes we miss an item or two, and it can get quite stressful. In fact, it has happened to me quite a few times because I was either rushing out of the house in the morning or I forgot to put them in the bag the night before. So I've learned to keep a set of pumps and accessories in the office, and to ensure that they are sterilized and not contaminated without having a sterilizer, I use hot water instead. So I hope this tip helps, and enjoy your breastfeeding journey. Thank you.
And I'm a person who gets really easily stressed, so what really helped me get the letdown feeling calm was to have an article of clothing for my baby to help me to relax and remember my baby, and some videos to watch as well to help me take my mind off work so that I could just relax. And relaxing is really what helps the milk to flow a bit. And also what I felt was very helpful was doing hands-on pumping. So what this means is that you massage your breast before you pump. While you're pumping, you do breast compression, which is make your hand into a C, and to press down while the letdown happens when the milk is coming out. And after the whole pumping process, to do hand expression to make the breast as empty as possible. Alright, thank you and good luck to everyone.
This is a cooler bag I have. It's a good cooler bag that I invested in. It helps me to pump anytime, dump it in my purse and move along. It comes with an ice pack which is designed to sort of fit bottles inside. Whether you keep 3 bottles here like this, and if you turn it around, you could also keep 1 bottle here, a big one, if you need. I do hope that I'm able to give you some confidence that you can pump anytime, anywhere, on the go by having a cooler bag and an ice pack in it. You don't have to worry about finding a fridge or a place to sit down and pump. You've got this, you can do it, and it's really easy. All the best and happy pumping.
In fact, when I had my first child, I had some difficulty making enough express milk for the day. I could just about manage 4 feeds in the day. More than that was very tough. So what I did to minimize the number of bottle feeds I needed to produce every day, I would do a breastfeed right before I left for work. So to delay, the giving of the first feed, and then I would get my mother-in-law, who was the caregiver for my baby, to text me when the 4th bottle was given. There was always a 5th bottle in the fridge as spare, but I would try and make it home before that 5th bottle needed to be used. So I know that once the text came in, I would have 2 hours before I had to get home. On occasion, I will stay down and say, okay, please go ahead, give the 5th bottle. I'll have to work extra hard to make up that difference. But by and large, the texting method really helped me to manage the number of bottles my baby needed to take in the day, and thus reducing the pressure on me to pump. So that's my tip.
For instance, you may have left a particular pump part at home, your storage bag or bottles. So how are you going to be able to express throughout your day? Now think about the shops available in your area, and you can quickly run out of your workplace to purchase the missing parts. Now this is not a viable option for everyone, especially if you don't have the time to go, or even if your workplace is not near any shopping mall. Now this is where the skill of hand expression comes into play. How about storage bags that you don't have? Quickly run down to the shops to purchase a drink, preferably in a glass bottle. Empty the contents out. Wash it and rinse it with hot water. Dry it as best as you can. You'd want to hand express your breast milk into the clean bottle. Pop the lid back on and store it.
For work, I had to attend meetings, so scheduling pump times around the meeting times really helped. Oftentimes I had to be out for meetings or on-site for events, so having a nursing cover as well as a spare milk bag in my bag at all times was really helpful, so that I can do a quick hand expression in challenging times where I'm unable to do a full pump. Moms can start practicing hand expression immediately when they start breastfeeding. In the beginning, you'll find that you may not be so good at it, but as it's a skill that as you practice, you will learn where are the areas that you need to gently compress in order to express the milk. For some mums, they are also worried about their babies not taking a bottle when they are at work. There are alternative ways where you can feed baby, for example using a cup, spoon or syringe. For older babies, they may even take a straw cup. For some babies, they may actually reverse cycle, which means they take very little in the day and drink more when they latch on when mum returns home. Mums can also prepare to go back to work by participating in our Back to Work workshop organised by BMSG.